Hello again, everybody, and welcome to Heart and Soul Connected, where today I'm going to talk about how to get clear answers with oracle readings. I must tell you that as a young person, I remember buying my first tarot deck, and I was so excited about it, but it really never spoke to me. And I really felt overwhelmed by trying to remember all of the images and the meanings without looking them up. Enter today and the wonderful market on oracle cards, which for me work very nicely because I work a lot with symbology and I work a lot with pictures and things like that, and even just words. So over the past few years, I have worked exclusively pretty much with oracle cards, and they are a fabulous addition to your toolkit and finding out more information about not only others, but yourself and your situation. It's very difficult to read for the self. We end up putting in our own meanings behind the words. And sometimes what we think we'd like to know or what we don't want to see manifests itself when using the oracle cards. But if you use a system whereby you have a journal and you pull one oracle card a day, let's say for 30 days, and maybe focus on what it is that you're wanting to find out in your world. And you don't even need to use the same oracle deck to do so. And then go back and after 30 days, take a look at what you pulled and see what the message might be. It's a lot like our dream interpretation. The more we build our vocabulary or our symbology in things in the world, the more understanding we are of our own proclivities and what we choose to find meaning in. That could be something like lyrics to a song or a poem. It could be advertising. It could be pretty much anything. So trust yourself and know that you too have the answer. And it's a very valuable one because we know ourselves best, even if we don't think we do. So oracle readings have been a part of human culture for a number of years, probably going way, way back. Well, if you go back, mostly it's the tarot, and there's lots and lots of tarot cards out there, and there still are some being made. But you get into a deck like this one, the Luminescent Oracle. It's going to provide you with cards that will have words on them and images, let's say, of something. This one in particular says joy as she's looking out the window. She's taking each and every moment of her life, and she's trying to instill the joy of living in her lifetime. You may think it's something very, very different, and that's okay because we can do that. There are lots of different kinds of decks. Oh my God, it would take me forever to let you know how many there are. There are deity decks, such as Hindu Ganesha. We have goddess and god decks. We have decks that will be humorous for us. This everyday oracle is one such that does that. We have decks that we can even make. We can make decks. We can put our own words on them. You can buy cards just blank and fill it in to your specifications. There's really no wrong way to go about it. These cards are a way to tap into your deeper levels of consciousness and get insights and help you make sense of the world. And many times when I'm doing oracle readings with others on the shows, I will pull one from 3 different oracle decks. And it's fascinating that some of them are so close to each other that it's like an automatic understanding that this is the issue. And it just seems very, very clear once those cards are pulled. And when you're working with somebody, doing a card reading, somebody else, and they're pulling cards and you're pulling cards, the connection between those two people and the cards that they are pulling is phenomenal if they feel as though they are in sync with each other. There is a word for it, or 2 words for it actually, called a psychic bounce. And it's a way of bouncing ideas and bouncing the same energies around. And of course, all of these things are for entertainment purposes only. We are required to say that because things can change and readings can change. We are only reading for the moment. You must always use your own discernment and intuition in order to understand what's exactly going on. Many of us have been in situations where we felt completely lost, uncertain about which path to take to move forward. And we usually reach out to somebody and say, "Can you help me? I don't know which way to go. I'm really confused." We might be facing a major life change, like a career shift or a move to a new city. We may be starting a new relationship with somebody or a friendship with somebody, and we're not quite sure if we're making the right decisions. And sometimes we never really know, but we do have to know that there are no mistakes. Whatever decision that you personally make is your intuition speaking loudly to you and telling you and pointing you in the direction that you already know you need to go. And if that decision turns out to be what you would call the word mistake, which there are no mistakes, it was meant to help you in your life journey. So it's important that you remember that and you work with that. Life is full of twists and turns, as you well know. The older we get, the more we understand that. Sometimes we just need a little guidance. We may be struggling. We may feel stuck in a rut. And so it is natural for us to seek guidance or support, whether it be from somebody else on the outside, a friend who is just a listening ear, or, like I said, some oracle cards that could assist you in moving forward and finding out. There's even oracle cards to see your shadow side, your blockages. There's cards that will tell you what kinds of things you should be working on and affirming for yourself in order to provide you with a better situation and lifetime experience. We might also look for someone to offer us clarity and direction, and that's what oracle cards can do. For those of you that read tarot, you can use those cards. It's not oracle over tarot. But what I want you to know about oracle is they are more straightforward. They aren't as steeped in tradition, let's put it that way, where a lot of people feel this means that and nothing else, even though that's not necessarily true. And you've seen a lot of people who have started their own interpretations or their own tarot cards, and they have used discernment in how it works for them. We're all unique, and we all have weaknesses, and we all have very good strengths, and we must overcome all kinds of challenges throughout this lifetime. What works for you may not work for someone else. And that's why it's so important to find the right tools for your journey. Oracle readings can be a powerful tool for gaining clarity and insight and helping us to understand ourselves and the world around us. And many people have found them to be a valuable source, offering a fresh perspective on things. And I will tell you that there is a situation sometimes where the reader is saying something to the person asking the question, if you are getting a reading, and the person that's getting the reading is really confused as to why that's even being brought up. And sometimes we just don't know until a little while later that those things are available, or those things might occur. I remember my first reading, someone told me, "I may tell you that you're going to fall off a horse on Tuesday, but if you don't ride a horse, how can you fall off one?" So some of these things are just pre-warnings, finding out what it is that is the energy that surrounds us, whether we do it ourselves or we do it and listen to it by somebody else's words. Different types of oracle readings are tarot, runes, and there are I Ching, is a very old type of reading as well. There's tassemancy, which is coffee, reading coffee grounds. We got reading tea leaves. We've got palmistry. I mean, there is a whole host of other things. Oracle cards for me are valuable because they work for me, and I feel really comfortable using them and working with them in finding meaning. So let's see. Oracle readings can be a life-changing experience. They can help us see things from a new perspective. We can gain clarity. And during the reading, If you have a reader or you are a reader, you will use your skills and expertise to tap in. And by writing those things down, the cards that you pulled and your feelings about them, it's going to also reflect what's going on in your world and how you feel about that and whether you believe that to be true or not. One woman that I know had been struggling with anxiety and depression for many, many years. And this is not to say that people shouldn't go and see a psychologist or a psychiatrist for help. Those things are just a given. So please remember to seek any kind of care that is needed. But she tried every therapy, and it wasn't until she had an oracle reading that she all of a sudden started to feel more clarity and a sense more of peace that she had. The reading helped her understand what the root cause was of her anxiety and to find a sense of purpose and direction in her life. And then she was able to release some of those old patterns and fears and found a new type of self-trust. Anytime we do something for ourselves, it becomes self-care. And we cannot fully operate with other folks if we don't take care of ourselves. We must take care of ourselves. So a reading can be a turning point for somebody. It can be the beginning of something. It can be a wake-up call for others. With the guidance and support, people can all of a sudden say, I never really thought about it that way before because I was thinking it was this way. Or people have always told me this. And it's you that has to make that determination, not somebody on the outside. Oracle readings offer us a deep understanding of ourselves, the world around us, and how we see that world, what we can do in order to ingrain more spirituality in our lives and in the balance of the things that we are here to do on the earth. They can help us navigate life changes. We can tap into subconscious minds along with dreaming and other tools. And our feelings, our thoughts, our experiences. So never believe that one thing works for everybody, because it doesn't. But at the same time, it's worth an opportunity for you or anyone else to seek that which is within. So even if you'd rather have another reader read on you, you can still read for yourself and work the work yourself through journal work. If you feel lost or if you feel uncertain and you're not able to get a reading for some reason, make sure give oracles a try. Now, everybody likes different oracles, as they do tarot cards. And it's not a one-size-fits-all. That's why there's so many different decks out there. But if you can go into a metaphysical bookstore or a bookstore where it allows you to see the cards, or even if you look on them online and ask to see a few of the cards, you're going to see if you feel a resonance with those cards. You're going to see it and you're going to feel it and you're going to know this one might work for me, but not always. Sometimes you have to try them out and work with them. So there is no one size, as I mentioned. And yet at the same time, we all find new ones. And I'm reminded to say, buy responsibly. But we may be called to find a new one and bring that one into our world, depending on our level of vibration as well as that of the person. I have one deck that I use only for physical questions like career, relationship, moving, court cases, that kind of thing. I ask. And I have others that are simply all spiritual questions. What would my angels want me to know? What do my guides want? How am I doing on my pathway? What are my gifts? Those types of things. And some of them are just the energies of the day. And so you don't have to pore over all the books. You don't have to open up all the books and read them when you're doing it. In the beginning, you may wish to do so because you want to feel comfortable. You want to feel very comfortable with what you're doing, especially if you're reading for someone else. We tend to feel like we're not the expert and there's something about it, but we are all very worthy And what we get is valuable. We don't need to dismiss ourselves saying that this one's better than me or that one. No, we're all on the path and we're all working. If you wish to use the books, have at it. They're part of the deal most of the time. I will say that there are very rarely any books I even look at. But I've been doing this now for about 4 years, and I feel fairly confident about my own symbology and what I see in a card, which at one point may say this to someone, and at another point might say that to someone, depending on what it is that I believe the card has to do with the rest of the spread. You will get good at this. You can practice with other people. People love to have readings, especially free ones. So make sure that you know that you can always consider this life-changing experience, whether it be for yourself or if you decide to become a reader or if you decide to have a channel eventually. Never say never. It has happened. But it also offers you a deep understanding of the world around us and the understanding of ourselves, which sometimes is difficult to ascertain because we are making that choice to look into the cards for our own self. And we want to preserve ourselves to the best ability we can. So leave your thoughts, if you would, in the comments below about any of your experiences. And please be sure to check out other videos from my channel, Heart and Soul Connected at gmail.com is my email, and Heart and Soul Connected on YouTube, one word. Again, my name is Allie, and I also do private readings. So let me know how I might help you. In the meantime, namaste. Thank you.